So welcome back. So just in case, I'm going to show you the whole process. I'm going to show you that these lenses have psychological effect even in 2D animations. This is one of those fun music video. It's called Naruto AMV running re-upload. One of those fun music videos. So I just wanted you to see that this psychological effect happens even if it's just in 2D animation. So it's not a 3D animation thing. So let's play the trailer, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm essentially going to pause, and then I'm going to suggest that maybe this was this kind of lens and this kind of lens, so you get that feeling and more understanding. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so here, so what lens do you think this was? This, I could say, is somehow 35 millimeter or maybe 24 millimeter lens, because we get a lot of the background. And also you could say, because this is 2D animation, they can pretty much break the rules, because they can just put a background image there and make it look bigger. But that's not the whole point. The whole point is like what psychology is being projected onto me. So in this shot, the psychology that is being projected onto me is like, hey, look, here we have Naruto, we have Sakura, we have Kakashi. Just in case you didn't, by the way, if you do not know Naruto, you haven't lived in this planet. Go and watch it. Naruto. I repeat, Naruto. Okay? So essentially, for somebody who is a fan like me, when I watch this kind of opening, I'm like, oh my god, here you have Naruto, my main character, in this amazing, you know, background. So there's pretty much focus on the background and on the subject. So let's continue watching. The same case here. The same case here is that even though here it looks like there's a little bit more focus on the subject rather than the background, but the whole point, like in this shot, it looks like it's like let's say a 50 millimeter lens, because there's that focus on the subject more, and but the background is like kind of there, like the psychologically telling us like it's there, but more focus on the people on the front. Okay, the same case here. These they all look the same. There's that focus on the subject a little bit more, but psychologically it's telling us, kind of check out this cool stuff we have here in the background. Even here, there's that focus on the subject and a little bit focus on the background. Okay, so I'll try to pause and let me go back here. Like in this shot over here, it's one of those shots, like it's the same like in those ones before, where there's that little bit focus on the on the subject, but there's also a little bit focus on the background. Let's continue. Okay, so by the way, I should just mention on this part too, this is like one of those shots, there's focus on the subject and a tiny little bit focus on the background. I could say this is 50 millimeter lens look, but this is 2D animation. So okay, so there's this shot over here. There. So this is one of those shots where there's so much focus on the background and tiny little bit focus on the subject. I could say this is perhaps a 24 millimeter lens, or maybe perhaps 16, but the whole point is that in this shot there is more focus on the back, and somehow there's also some focus on the subject. Okay, the same case here, where there's focus on the subject and a tiny little bit focus on the background. Okay, not to mention this part too. I should. Yeah. So, what do you see in this shot? Well, essentially, what is happening in this shot? There is focus, I can say, in both the subject, this guy who is like about to devastate a whole village, and there is focus on the village. So this is perhaps let's say 35 millimeter lens. I hope I'm right, but somehow 35 millimeter lens, because here we get to see both places. I mean, we get to be like psychological. We are told, hey, look at this guy who is going to destroy everything, and look at everything that he's going to destroy. Okay, so I hope you get the whole point. Like in this shot, it's more about the character who is about to to slam somebody on the floor, and it's more about the character than it is about the background. So this is perhaps maybe 50 millimeter. So this is perhaps a 16 millimeter, because it's all about the background. So my main point in showing you this 2D animation is to show you that these principles do not apply just to 3D, just to video, but they also apply even to 2D animations because of the whole psychology of it. So yeah, so that's essentially it. So um let me go and show you another one, and then you'll see how things go. My whole point is I want you to understand, I want you to see things that you maybe perhaps didn't see before, and I hope I haven't ruined stuff for you. Some people may be like, oh my god, now I can no longer watch Naruto the same. But every time I watch, I'm like, oh my god, that's 50 millimeter. Oh my god, that's a 14 millimeter shot. So I hope I haven't ruined your childhood. So yeah, so let's go and do that final trailer, the final Battlefield 1 trailer, another one. So yeah, let's go. So here we are. Let's play the trailer and see how things go. Okay, what do we see here? This looks like 50 millimeter lens or 35 millimeter lens shot. We have focus on the background. We also have focus on the back. So yeah, so we essentially, this shot is telling us, hey, look, this guy is killing somebody, but look where he is. He's in this kind of destroyed city, you know. But you know, the first thing that you're told, look at this somebody, and then look where he is psychologically because of the lens selection. Okay, let me go back. Okay, let me go back here. So, wide angle lens, 16 millimeter probably. We are shown the whole scenario, but there's this another technique that was actually used here. It's called framing. Even though we are showed everything, the background, but also because we have this little moving object, it's kind of like our focus in the background. But so this shot essentially is telling us, look, there's somebody running there in the background. Okay, not in the foreground, in the background. Okay, so in this shot, I actually love this shot. So essentially, this shot, we just showed how angry this guy is. So we don't know where he is. Essentially, in that whole area, the whole focus is on this guy's emotion. So I could say this is 85 millimeter lens focal length, or somewhere above. You know, somewhere the kind of lens whereby it's completely on the guy, completely, the focus is completely on the guy, and very little attention is being thrown to the foreground, I mean to the background. Here is one of those shots where essentially we were shown the whole area. So this is like a 16 millimeter lens shot. um yeah, so we are shown stuff happening, so everything is just happening. And also because this guy who is shooting stuff here is far away from the camera, as opposed to those shots I've shown you before, so he's also kind of in the focus. So essentially this shot is like a 16 millimeter, 14 millimeter, maybe 24 maximum millimeter lens shot. And here we have this shot where we're shown everything, but mostly the focus is on this guy's fighting here. So this is perhaps maybe 50 millimeter or 35 millimeter lens. Okay, so this is a 50 millimeter lens because the focus is on this guy. So I hope by this time you've probably got the hang of it, or what I'm talking about. So that is essentially how lenses are used, to psychologically tell where the viewer should be looking. Okay, like in this shot over here, the shot is essentially telling you, hey, look at these guys, they're fighting to their death, even though there's fire in the back, but look at these guys, So that's essentially this whole lesson was all about. Okay, so I think that sums up everything. I could play this, trailer to the last point, but it will be my excuse for watching it for the 550th time. I've watched these 3 trailers. Until now, the point where I'm making this tutorial, there have been 3 Battlefield 1 trailers, and they're all amazing, and they've all inspired these all tutorials. Okay, so that's enough. Okay, that's enough. I'm getting addicted. So see you in the next tutorial where I'll be talking about other things that that can drive focus in the viewer and the whole psychology of it. Thank you for watching.